We are continuing with the models now. We are going to this model 2 still continue. Plan to achieve the quality of the. Just now we stopped at this section. How to achieve the quality objective under clause 6.2. Okay, and what will be done? Here the question, what will be done, and then how to plan and achieve the quality objectives, what resource you have, who will be responsible, when it will be completed, how the results will be evaluated. So, okay, again plan, do, check back, okay. What is that? Now we are going to the new term, that risk-based thinking. Okay? Risk-based thinking. Just now I already informed, and then we can stop for here a while, and then we can look at the. Now we have some. Before we continue, we go for some quiz, small quiz. Okay, and let's see what we have. We look at the quiz. Okay. Now we have a small quiz session. Okay, are you ready for a small exercise that we are going to have? Maybe about 3 questions or 4 questions. Okay, here they ask what is quality to you? Okay, who want to answer the one? Who want to answer? Oh, okay, we choose Bali again. Bali is smart, I think. Okay, what is quality to you?
So, fulfill customer requirements.
We can't hear you, a bit louder.
Fulfill customer requirements.
Oh, one is fulfill customer requirement. How about Lashwin? Any answers you might have?
Fit to use.
Fit for use. Fit for use. Yeah, that one is the what is actually Ramin also teaches fit for use. How about Vino? Vino. Okay, Vino. Miss Vino.
Customer satisfaction.
Customer satisfaction. Oh, yes, good. So you learn up from the just now the training you are catching up. Customer satisfaction. Actually, it's total customer satisfaction. Very happy, very good with you. So that is on the quality. What is quality to you? Check it out. Okay. If it's okay, let's see what we have. Now we have a. What is the main objective of ISO 9001 version 2015? What is the objective? This one is, I think, only got a main objective. So, what is the main objective? Come back to Miss Vali, I think, is a favorite really now. Go back to Miss Vali. What you think about the main objective of the 9001?
Ensure organizations constantly provide conformably products and services.
That's how many answers you got?
Yeah, one answer.
Okay. Any more answers you have for that one, we know? Only one, is it?
Yes.
One answers for that domain. So, can you repeat again slowly?
Ensure organizations consistently provide conforming products and services.
Oh, okay. So that's good. Maybe then we try Lasvin and then you have check out already. You're good, Lasvin. Okay. So you all can see the screen very well, isn't it? Right. This one is maybe we go to Lasvin. 3 approaches your organization must take into to achieve compliance to the ISO9001 version 2015 standard and become a performance-based organization. Okay. What do you think, Lashmin? Three, or maybe you can give 3 approaches. You give one. What is that?
PDCA cycle.
Oh, very good. PDCA cycle. Plan, do, check, act. PDCA. Okay. We know just another one. What is your answer? We know. Say yes. Just now PDCA. Yours will be.
Risk-based thinking.
Oh, risk based. Nowadays, why no? The risk based, every company going to the risk based. Any activity you do, let's say you want to become deliver from Klang to Penang. What are the risks? So if you apply the risk based thinking, the company stops what no waste, loss of money, loss of labor, loss of energy. Sometimes you do duplication now, only doing one thing, we know also doing the same thing, so now they cut, reduce. So the risk based, risk on business. So the risk based thinking. How about Wally, one more thing. Got one more, the approach is what?
Process approach.
The process approach. And then one more, the risk based, another one is?
PDCA cycle.
Come again?
PDCA cycle.
Got it. So, process approach, risk based, and then PDCA. PDCA, process approach, PDCA, and then risk based, right? So, you're all very smart already now. You can answer. Then we try one more. What are the legal requirements that your organization should conform? So go back to earlier, right?
Local country legal requirements.
And some more about
Customer requirements.
what requirement?
Customer requirements.
Customer is the king. So customer requirement, you will have to follow according to the customer requirement. Why customer requirement? Customer is maybe not in Malaysia, they are in Korea. You have to follow the Korean legal laws, the labeling also. If they require the Korean character, that means Korean language, they have to put according to the legal requirement of Korea. Sometimes they send like DG, dangerous good. They have to put like fire, skull symbol, fire symbol. Dangerous good. Sometimes you can catch fire, like going to in the ship, charcoal going from here to Japan, and say they have to use the fire symbol to cross, because that one easily can catch fire. So they put that. So it's a legal requirements, safety requirement, OSHA requirements, and then so many FDA also. Let's say it's pharmaceutical, then FDA requirement, food requirement, food regulatory requirement. So only customer requirements anymore?
Industrial agency requirements.
Industrial agency, industrial requirements. That's why I say like pharmaceutical, then pharmaceutical. Food, Malaysia also got food regulatory, if food. So whatever industry is sending must follow that. And according to the agency means FDA. Can be pharmaceutical, can be medical. So many agencies. So those are the things. So we gone through like this one is enough. Now we have to go back and look at our training back. So it's very good that you all can answer this, but it's simple, so you can answer. Later we might have the group together. That means you all discuss and then can answer also, right? Okay. Later we can check it out. Now we go back to where we start risk. Just now we stopped at the risk. Okay. Okay. Now we are going back to the risk. Risk and opportunities. You see, the risk and opportunities is just now I mentioned is very important nowadays. In fact, got so many standard alone for risk itself. Like now ISO9001 we are going through the awareness, but in risk also we got a standard 31,000. Just only talk about risk standard. That means how must tackle the risk, how you plan, how you do, all on risk only. Now business, industrial, everyone talk about the how risk. What are the risks? Government also got so many risks. Like this engineering also so many risks, business risks, where to invest, how to invest. So what are the risks there? Like HR also, what's the risk? People absent, MC, salary not maybe salary, then they bring the salary that time can drop also. So money can be dropped also. So the other thing is that they put the training. No trainer turn up, or risk of no trainer turn up, or risk of even the trainee, like now you all participant never turn up, one guy absent. Like now, suppose you have work, one of your friends didn't turn up, one of your colleagues didn't turn up. Must check with the HR later, why never turn up? Maybe got a discipline action next time, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that is the risk going through. So plan or shall plan action to address the risk. So must address the risk. Opportunity means is you have one side risk. When you do the risk, you can see you have chance to improve opportunity. So risk and opportunity. Methods to integrate and implement the actions into the quality management. So you have to integrate into the system 4.4. This clause. Evaluate the effectiveness of these actions. Give assurance that the quality management can achieve its intended result. Prevent or reduce undesired result. Achieve continuous improvement. So after doing, you are going to achieve continuous improvement, right? Okay. Identify the risk. So first thing you must identify the risk. Like just now HR, MC is one reason people not coming to it. So or they go to some other personal, sometimes personal issues in the family, children sick or have to go to school. So they have so the risk, what are the risks? Identify the risk. Analyze and prioritize the risks and opportunities. So when you have the risk, which one is first, which one second, which one third, which one fourth. Sometimes the risk is very high, you have to handle it. That risk first. Okay, what is acceptable, what is unacceptable. Plan actions to address the risk. So you have to do the plan. Identify, analyze, and you plan. How can I avoid, eliminate the risk? How to mitigate, that means how to eliminate the risk. Or if cannot eliminate the risk, let's say you go on the motorbike, traveling, can you avoid accident? Cannot. So what do? Wear the helmet. You do. After hit also you drop, your head is safe. Okay. Sometimes then you think no need motorbike, go by car, safer a bit. No need helmet on. But still got accident. So you have to go defensive driving, learn to drive how. When people coming, you already defend this guy going to turn or whatever, you're going behind, you have to be careful. Okay, defensive. So similarly, you have to prioritize the risk and opportunity. And what is acceptable and unacceptable risk. And plan action to address the risk. So how to avoid, eliminate. How to mitigate, reduce. Implement the plan. Take action. Check the effectiveness of actions. Does it work? Okay, check whether it's working or not working. Learn from experience, continuous. So after you're doing this, finally you still have to do the continuous improvement. So anyone not so what look at the words, maybe then you say, hey, maybe you need to put the video, right? Sleepy, maybe too cold or going slippery. Correct, last week. You see, it's correct. It's too cold.
Okay, na.
Okay, huh? Now it's okay. For me, it's cold. And so this one we have learned. Here, what should I do? The risk. So as I mentioned just now, always the risk you can apply it for your personal life also. The risk. This is the one just now you went through the thing. Okay, this one is the risk first thing against the objectives. Opportunity can arise as a result of situation favorable to achieving an intended result. So it's like chance, you get a chance to improve. Risk is on the negative side, this is the positive side. It is set as a company that allows the organizers to attract customer, develop new products and service, reduce waste or improve productivity. So these are the opportunities you can improve. You take improvement, right? Actions to address opportunity can also include consideration of associated risk. Okay, associated risk. Risk is attractive, is effect of uncertainty, and any such uncertainty can have positive or negative. So risk is uncertain. Tidak kepastian. That means not to say this will happen exactly 100%. No, there's a deviation, uncertainty. Even there is a calculation for uncertainty. But this uncertain means tidak kepastian. That means it can change. If you said like this, it cannot be like 100%. Something, maybe there's error, there's a risk. There's a risk in quality when you make the production. You tell it's proof, but still there's an error coming. So it's a risk there. And maybe due to last month never serviced the machines, then there's a tendency to maybe faulty products to happen. So risk is effect of uncertainty. This one you can understand better. This one you can understand and not what is the risk. You see the photo there, what it shows. What is this? There's a bridge, isn't it? Right? And then there's the risk is the line here. You touch the line, what will come? There's a big thing will drop on your head. So what they do, control. How they control? They put a bridge. So you walk on the bridge, you don't touch the line. That's called risk. Maybe it's a river there. Then they put a bridge control. The river is the risk, isn't it? You drop on the river, that will sweep you, and then you drown. So here what they say, they're showing you, if you put the control here, control is the bridge, the risk is under there. You don't touch the risk, this you hit the line, this will come down, isn't it? As a drop on you. So if you put the control, like showing the risk, hazard and control. This is a picture showing that. So they are putting a bridge, right? The hazard is on top. You touch the risk, it will drop. If you don't touch, control it, you are safe. So that's a photo here. So the hazard, a situation that poses a level of threat to life, health, property, environment, and desired events. Hazard, danger, risk, potential that the chosen action activities will lead to an undesirable event. Potential that chosen action. Control, a method to evaluate potential losses and taking action to reduce, eliminate. So this control will eliminate the risk. So that's why they say eliminate. What are the hazard risks while traveling to your workplace? what are the hazard risks while traveling. Also similarly, you are going to cross a bridge or cross a road, cross a river. The river is the risk hazard is you can fall to from the road to the river. So they have a bridge like that. So you are coming to the workplace. And risk can be defined by two terms. One is severity, one is probability. Severity means seriousness, harm. That means, and then probability is frequency. And then the other term is likelihood. How often can happen? This one, how dangerous, how serious severity. So severity times multiplied by frequency or likelihood, you will get risk. So the risk is equal to quality. Okay, is it too cold there? You must, because you are just it's too cold. Maybe I put the condition already. Still make it hot. I think that.
Don't make it hot.
Rashmi,
Hot means
you're okay? Just check it out. You're okay.
put 26.
Yeah?
26 better.
Yeah. Now it's 20. So the risk is severity. What is severity? Is the serious danger, like happening severe, very severe. And this one, how often it can happen? Frequency, likelihood. Can it happen or cannot happen? So frequency. So this one is the severity of happening. That means how severe. Someone poke you, it's very severe. Once you kena poke already, the severity is very high. Once it stuck to you and I go to you, the severity is very high. Danger. But frequency, how often someone will stab you? Lifetime, one time. So the frequency is very, very low. Chance of happening, very low. But once it happens, it's dangerous, very severe. But it will never happen, or maybe not happen in your lifetime. But if it may happen, it's very severe. So now you understand frequency and severity. Later got the table also. You see now got a. What is this? Now must explain a bit. What is that? RPN? RPN is what? Anyone can tell? What is the RPN? Now we know it's seeing somewhere. Okay, what is that?
Risk priority number.
Risk priority. I think this one number. Okay. Risk priority number. Swali didn't get it. Awake is it? Risk priority number. That means how high or how. Just now I was telling you, someone poke you lifetime, maybe one time only, or maybe unlucky 2 times. If you are very naughty means that, and wait, fight, and you get it. But once it happened, very high. It's rate like 1 to 5, 5, very high. But happening one time only, maybe or 0, happen or 1. So 1, frequency 5, okay, and then see that catastrophe or critical 5. That means very dangerous, severe, very severe. This one, probability. So happening chance here, lifetime, one time, or don't. But when it happen, very 5. So 1 time 5 is 5. Let's say another risk. Let's say what's a risk? Very like this. quality, maybe you take quality lah, quality frequency of failure. You're running maybe what you can you're making is, let's say you're making the design engineering some parts you're doing. So running on the machine, so you run, and then you see the risk of a defect, poor product coming out is because your company says 99.8%, so 0.2. So the quality becoming bad is maybe somewhere frequency is remote too, but when it happen also it's not so bad because the final inspection they will capture it. So the risk is like marginal only. So 2 times 3, 6. So the RPN will be 6. So 2 times 3. Now you're getting the idea what is this RPN, risk priority number. Just now let's say okay. How often is happen? Accident. Cycle accident and car accident. Cycle, if you accident, that's it. Car accident still okay, you can survive. But cycle, so cycle accident happen in the road is very often. Malaysia, people will get the cycle hit by the cyclist. So the frequency may be like 3 or 4 like that compared to car. But when you happen one time you the car hit the cycle, it will go to like this, very severe. So like let's say 3 times 5, 15. RPN is 15. So the 15 means is a bit very high. The maximum you can get 5 times 5, 25. So 15 already considered as a higher time. Right? So that's the risk priority number. Now you all know how to calculate risk, severity and probability. Very easy. Next time got question on that. Alert, right? And okay. And this is assignment also on the risk. We do it later. This assignment. Okay, this is actually the table of the risk. How you must do. You see the things there. Number 1, okay, process, maybe production or HR or purchasing department or the other logistic department. Risk and opportunity here, whether it's external or internal, then you have the RPN. You see, P is what? Probability, severity, RPN number just now 3 times 5 or 1 time. Then the impact, what is the impact of the risk? Opportunity, for any can improve on something. And then plan action, what is the control measure? Control measure, let's say go by motorbike, wear the helmet go on when the road is free maybe you choose to ride, or go on the motor lane. So control measures. If quality means you see how to control it. Let's say you are running production, and then powder, they're packing powder and things like that. Sometimes you get iron filing because of from the machine you might get irons. So what they do, final control, they put some magnet and then alarm. If the back there is some fine iron or whatever from the machine or what come, then the alarm will ring, so they will reject that. So that is control. Then the review, how often you should review. So maybe 6 months, 5 months review. And then the output recommendation, who's person here, maybe we know, okay, then the person in charge. Then another item, maybe it is some Swali or someone, all Mr. Rashmi, everything is okay with you, good? Right? And then we are going to the model 3 for the support. Okay, for the support we are going to this. Okay, and then just 1 minute before we can go through this model support. Earlier will be the management support. This one. Resources. That means we're going to go through the resource. Right. Like another 30 minutes on this one, we'll be running through. 30 minutes. 40.
14. 14?
40.
1 to 4.
Oh,
Still
okay.
got 1.
30 minutes. Okay, we run to the management support now. Okay, and this is model 3 supporting the ISO 9001.
Another 15 minutes left. Still
Oh,
got 15 minutes.
oh, okay. So we are running to the management support. So management support in these terms is resources, competency requirements, management support in terms of awareness, communication and documented information. Okay, these are the 4 items under 4 elements under the management support. Okay, so management terms resource, competency, and then in terms of awareness and communication, and this is important, documented information. The whole thing, everything must be documented where it is required to document. So general office shall determine and provide the resources needed for the. So the management have to provide the resource, like they have to provide like HR funds, salary, proper salary, and then maybe like maintenance, proper budget for the repairs, for the preventive maintenance. So everything is provided by the organization, and then their communication and transport. This is under resources 7 clause 7.21, 7.13. Monitoring, measuring, right? Monitoring and measuring of resources. So how you monitor to ensure suitable resources are provided, monitor and measure activities and are maintained to be fit for use at any time. Okay. And retain appropriate documented information. So you have to retain the however we are monitoring or measuring, and then that activities we should maintain the documented information. And this is measuring equipment, calibration, verification. I think it all come under the maintenance. So calibration, equipment calibration. That means if you have a energy got maintenance, maybe like balance, like equipment, like caliper, like ruler. You need to calibrate. The ruler is 1 foot means is it 1 foot? So you have to send to external lab. Make sure. Let's say you are weighing timbang. Let's say you want to, for testing, like you want to put 100 grams or 10 grams, but make sure it's 100 grams is measuring. So you send the balance to maybe CV or some to calibrate it. Actually, I also can calibrate, but I am not certified, so I don't do the calibration. But we do have a lot of equipment. My former place when I working, lot of equipment, hundred of equipments have to send for calibration. Either external or in-house you have to do the calibration and verification. All measuring equipment shall be calibrated. Maybe these in engineering or the last one, not many. And the list of all the measuring monitoring equipment made available, safeguarded from adjustment, damage and deterioration. So you have to make sure it's not spoiled and things like that. Right? Control of monitoring measuring equipment. So control, how you control? Established method of monitoring and measurement, establish calibration frequency. Let's say you got calibration or even maintenance, and then you monitor. The basis used for calibration or verification shall be recorded and identify calibration status. So you use stickers or whatever to put on the machine, like balance and things, to make sure people don't use like expired you cannot use the equipment. Like product also expired, you cannot, it isn't. Similarly, when machine is expired, calibration you can't use it. You have to put one side, send for calibration. Okay, we know. Oh, okay, just to check this. Okay. So safeguard against adjustments. Record of result of collaboration verification shall be maintained. Very important, this one, these two. If it's engineering department or it is big engineering or even laboratories, testing laboratories, this is too very important. Like pharmaceutical also, if you mix the wrong dose goes in, like volume, the pumping into your this one in the hospital wrong dose. If you don't have this proper overdose, they might die. Hospital so important. The volume go maybe 1 dot, then you get 2 dots, that will finish. Even like a syringe, instead of 1 mil, they put a 5 mil. That's why they need the calibration verification. Is so important. Right? Let's see.
22 minutes.
Okay, now we continue with the organization knowledge management. Alright. Now the organization knowledge is under the clause 7.1.6. Okay, this is the clause. And then how you determine the knowledge necessary, operational of the process, achieving conformity to the product and service. This knowledge shall be maintained, made to be made available as necessary. So this also actually you can plot a table out, and then on the table we can see who is responsible and what kind of a knowledge a certain person has, maybe Valli or Vinu or Lakshmi. You can have the chart in the organization chart looking at the knowledge management, right? This is important because it's important for your operation process. If you are not there, then people will know where to find the necessary information. So that's why they ask to keep available. You know, competency requirement under 7.2. What is a competency requirement? That means training. This is one of the part, training. Competency, that means can you perform the work? Can you do HR work? Can you do maintenance work? So to be competent, maybe you need, let's say engineering, you need to be an engineer, or you have to have maybe a skill or many years experience, and then only can perform big level like executive or manager who can perform the work proper. So like HR also, they have to go for, make sure they have maybe they have a degree in HR, or they have experience in working under the many years under, and then they are gone for training, they become a trainer, they become to educate, and so they have competency with regard to education, training, experience. So education also important. Some have the degree, some have master, some have PhD, some, let's say people who don't have sometimes that education, they have the experience, maybe 10 years or 20 years, like myself, 30 years working in the quality assurance, quality management, 30 years. So now we can be consultants. So, but if you are, let's say, you have 5 years, you can go to another, maybe you are working now in this niche, you have some 5 years experience in maintenance, then you become expert. Then you can operate machines, you can repair machines, you can service machines. Then you have the experience. Then you also can train the people. So you attend training. Like this is now ISO 9001. You attend the training. So you have knowledge of the ISO 9001 what the requirements are. If necessary, acquire the competency required by training. So you go for training. Evaluate the effectiveness of training taken. So you need to evaluate. Like now you are doing this training. After participate, your supervisor, someone, manager will evaluate you. You after about a month or 3 months, whatever you studied, you are applying it or not. So they will check it out whether you improving. So that's evaluation lah, effectiveness of the activity. Retain document information. So whatever we are doing like training, education, all these are documented information to show your competency. Competency means go for training, become better skill, things. So you are ready for to do the work properly. What are documented information an auditor will look for in the QMS audit under competency? So if let's say auditor, he has to be trained auditor, training as an auditor, he has to go and make sure he knows about the standard 9001 standard before he become only a quality auditor. So he knows standard, he knows about 9001 awareness training and become. And then he must also have, let's say the auditor, not normal auditor, lead auditor, he has to go and sit for the lead auditor exam. So these are the competency. So and then he must have at least 1 year experience, follow the people doing auditing. Then he become an auditor full time. If not, so he must know about the 9001 standard elements, very knowledgeable. And then he must know about the awareness of 9001 training. He must go and do internal audit training. And you want to go one more, become a lead auditor. I am a lead auditor. So they have to go for exam. Maybe it's a British or whatever exam for 5 days. Then they go for the exam, lead auditor. So for the auditor itself, got so many things you have to do. So then that is the competency. So all these like a criteria they put in a table. So if engineer also got a criteria, accountant, and they have accountant, chartered accountant, CPA. So all these are competency. One is education and then the experience. Maintain document information. This is very important. Maintain documented information. Okay. This one you know already what? We know also know RPN means, right? Very good. Now we are looking at documented information. Document. Information. Level 1. Level 2. And level 3, most we can have like level 3 lah. This one will be the like level 1 policy, quality policy lah. And then we have quality objective, okay. Level 1 documentation. So you document the quality policy, the objective, and then the risk. Here all the, and this one also can have the general documentation, information. Level 1. Level 2 will be SOP, means what? Standard operating procedure, or they call procedure, right? Here they were instruction, work instruction, records, like just now got a training records, all isn't it? Records, W, this is W arrival, work instruction, work instruction. Very simple. This one will be the big procedures, a lot of pages, they have procedures, standard operating. This will be this one. So 3 levels. So document information levels. Later we see also they have this. And then so we are running to the document levels now. Okay, and see, okay, work instruction, obtain feedback, and then mechanism, and these are the levels as I mentioned just now. Okay, and this is ISO documentation. First level, quality policy, quality objective. We have also the, can put in also the general documentation, and then below you see operating procedure, work instruction, then the records as well, level 1, level 2, level 3. Lashmin, so just checking with you, are you okay? Yes. We have some more time to go through this, right? So general documentation. So minutes. Well,
10 minutes. That is the
30 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay. General requirement when creating, updating. So under the general requirement, we have quality management system shall include documentation information required by the standard. Standard means 9001 standard. Document information shall be those deemed to necessary for organization to ensure effectiveness. So whatever required by the organization necessary to ensure effectiveness of the quality system. So these are the required documents, general requirements. Under the when creating and updating documentation, under this clause 7.5, ensure suitable, so identification, description, formatting, all the documents including suitability, adequacy, and periodical review. So whatever document we are coming out, we must identify a proper description, formatting correct, suitable and adequate, and we have to review it, right? Review the document. Documentation control. So documentation control at 7.5.3. New and revised document need to be identified with the current version status, and changes indicate some form of change in memories. This ensures documents are being used where they are needed, legible, and ready identified. So the control, where maybe you have few sections where to keep the documents, which area, which department requirements are, documentation requirements are there, and if changes are needed, then you have to put a proper revision status and changes indicate, and there will be some forms where you need to change documentation requirements are there. So if you are controlling all the internal documentation, there is also some external documentation. This is external document. Later maybe you buy, this is it. You buy the document, it is an external document. Whatever is not company's one, coming from outside, they call external document. And the external document also you have to control. You say cannot, then they chop controlly, because if not someone will take out and no one will know. So that's why they need to control. Why? Otherwise, your engineer, the manuals running machines, all got manual, isn't it? Also external documents. Whatever the government sent to you, or maybe you have labor law, SOXO, EPF, when if you get a like document from them, all are external. So you need to control, so chop it and control, make sure it's in the, I don't know who is your company, you have a documentation, document controller, maybe I don't know, it's normally under HR or under admin. So they have a document controller, that means that person only controls all the documents. And external also they go. First you list out the external documents, and then I do have to control it. Okay. So example, standards, regulatory requirements, software equipment operation and contract agreement. Maybe with the client you have a contract agreement, but contract agreement you have to be very careful. You cannot chop on front because it's a legal document. You have to chop. Maybe here written in front and the back page, empty page, only you can chop because it's a legal, no? So any legal documents you cannot chop on front. Other documents all you can chop in front, except the contract legal. Okay, still continue. The list of evidence required for sanction standard includes documentation, addresses, the control, maintenance, identification, storage, retrieval, protection, retention, time, and disposition. So this document, when you are keeping it, identify properly, put in proper file, and storage, make sure it's in a proper storage, not somewhere it's water leaking, and then put in a dry, proper place. So, and you can retrieve out. Don't put somewhere in the cupboard, no one knows. So you want to take out, put in proper way, so people, you can retrieve, and it's protected from damage and things like that. And then you must say, this document, child or return is for 3 years. Records 3 years, maybe training records here, just now you got training out, keep for 3 years or 1 year, depending on the company. Normally they keep for 3 years. After that, they dispose. Dispose means what? You simply cannot throw the documents, you have to shred it. Your company must have the cutting, all the papers, shredding machine. If you don't have shredding machine, the information someone will take from the waste or what, and they can make their own. So whatever you want to dispose, you must shred it. So ensure obsolete documents are not used unintentionally and are promptly removed from the all points. So this become the old documents obsolete, no more in use. You put a new document, isn't it? Old one, make sure you take it and but you keep it in a proper way, unless you want to disposition it. If they are retained for a purpose, they should be suitably identified and maintained. Let's say your maintenance machine, big machine running, maybe the printing machine, you cannot throw the records because that one all until lifetime. You running 30 years, you keep for 30 years. Because if you throw that document, then someone don't know how to operate the machine or manuals. You have to keep some, you have to keep for life. Some very important machines or whatever, until it's running, you keep it. You cannot throw the manuals, right? So that's why they say suitable and identical. See, I am just going to back up and walk away. See, this very poorly, everything chuck like that. How do you manage the following? Identification, protection, storage, retrieval, just now we mentioned, retention, disposal, updating. Okay, those are the things. Before we go to the other, so this is about the control. Maybe another session we have on exercise assignment. Good, because you look like active. Make you come back to. Let's see what we laughing or smiling. Let's see what questions. Okay, this one. finish. Last one, who answered the legal one? Miss Polly is there. Answered this one. Now we go to this one. I will close. Okay. What is that question we have? So what are the external? This is, okay. What is that? What are the external and internal contacts the organization, let's say this anything, must consider for before we come up with the ISO 9000 for the implementation of the ISO 9001? Internal contacts. What are the internal contacts? What are the external contacts? Internal, who want to say? Ashwin want to say about internal contacts? Internal contacts. Internal contacts means what? The number 5. This one number 5. What are the internal? You got external and internal. Only we can say about the internal. What are the external and internal contacts of the organization must consider for we are going for ISO 9001 standard or certification. So, Miss Wali, just now recall external contacts. Okay.
External contacts can be facilitated by considering issues arising from legal, technological, competitive, market culture, social and economic environments.
And then the internal one, it will be more on the people, social and cultural within the organization. And then maybe they can have few race there, Malay, Chinese, or so they are. What are the requirements in terms of culture? Different people. So those are the contents within the organization, and then whatever they are using, like setups, structures, and then those are the things more relevant, or the business models. Those are internal contacts. Okay. External just now already is Madam Ellie has already mentioned. Okay. Let me check. And then we'll want to see another question. Let's see what questions that we have. One more maybe. Let's see. One more question. Okay. Now maybe we test on the Vino, is it? Miss Madam Vino, Miss Vino. Okay. What are the steps need to apply for process approach an organization should be following? Maybe you can answer what are the steps. How many steps are there? Few, is it? Okay. Maybe you answer two. Oh, louder. This one, I think, need more. Identify. Okay, one. And then? Plan. Okay, two. Lashmi, got some more?
Yes. Implant and measure.
Then measure.
Measure.
Measure. Okay. Miss Wali?
Analyze, improve.
Oh, so you're all getting from the what we have notes lah. That's not the training notes. You're picking up very good. You're picking up from there lah. So you all summarized ready. You know where to get the information. Very good. So come again. What you mentioned? The last.
Analyze and improve.
Analyze and improve. So the process approach says that finally you have to analyze and improve. Something like PDCA also. So this is the process approach the organization can follow. We know just now you mentioned two things: identify and plan. And last one was
Implement and measure.
implement.
Implement and measure.
Measure lah. So measure, then only we can evaluate. So is it okay? Okay. So this is actually supposed to be group, but it's okay. And then next one is the PDCA. Actually, it's a PDCA. Later that one we can do later.